so as we said, obviously this left hand one was from a week ago. The issues obviously we're discussing here now. Foot was losing stability, hip was sliding out this way, caused your spine to get quite tilted, club to get over swinging, therefore comes over the top, cutting across the golf ball weaker. So as you go back here now, bit of a slide, that last second there, you can see the hip tilting here, that's basically completing your backswing, yeah? There's sort of hip movement there, causing that club, then you lose a bit of control of the club here now. So yeah, these sort of 2 or 3 movements now, loss of control slightly there, hip popping, foot's gone. It's going to make it very difficult. And again, just your sheer ability got you to hit the ball as well as you did. This is the thing, trying to go forward, just trying to make it better rather than sort of struggling. You're not struggling, but limiting what you can do, okay? So, swing-wise now, as you go back, you can see...
Can you just hit red?
No, can't. Your spine angle now, as we can see, slightly tilted back. Ball is slightly forward. I say the feeling that we're going to try and get now is the head, bookends, the golf ball. Yeah. So head behind, hands slightly in front. This position is really, really good. Okay. Come on, this one.
I'm sorry. Good.
And then that's it. And then from there, with that position, you're a lot easier for you to rotate this hip, okay? So we can see as you go back now, there's more of a rotation when you get to the top of your batch. And the key thing for me is the line from sort of shoulder to left hip is slightly this way, whereas if we look at this one on the left-hand side, left hip to shoulder now is a bit more upright and tilted going the other way, okay? Up, so you're getting more onto your right side. The foot now has much more stability, which is great. Take a lot of stress off the ankle, and it means now from here you're able to push this way with your body weight, moving towards target there nicely. In a good impact position. Hands at the moment slightly behind the ball. We can work on that as we go through. And the head's kind of gone a bit forward, which again is something that you would have done because obviously from this position, that's what you had to do. These things now downswing, still a bit more instinctive, which is why you're going to get some different bad shots, You might get a few heely ones, you might get a few ground, because just different positions you're getting into, okay? But when we're swinging through, arms to me there, a little bit tucked again, but that's going to benefit now as we go through with a better body movement, okay? At least this now, we're up on the right toe nicely. We're nice and full in terms of the rotation, which I follow some went through on this one here now. Pretty simple, to be fair. But in terms of the general movement, the setup for me is great. You've got to feel a slight little bump with the lead hip. So whichever way you feel it, whether you're feeling the left hip or the right hip, okay? This hip needs to go that way. This shoulder goes down a little bit, or this shoulder goes up a little bit. The only thing I think you've got to be careful of when you do this is you don't sort of, when you put the hip forward, you bend your left knee too much and straighten your back leg. We're just taking it and just sliding this. Look at my knees now. I'm still keeping my knees fairly level. I'm not sort of going that way. And again, it's going to feel a little bit different to start with, obviously. But you can just do that in front of the mirror. So that we want to get back to that point when we sort of had that session sort of towards the end of the season. Yes, these things were happening. I could see that. So we just stand the ball and get comfortable. Eventually, we're going to get into this position without that kind of shifting, because you were going through a phase sort of towards the end of August, September last year, where you just couldn't move. You almost get to the stage where it was almost a bit yippy, where you sort of were stepping again like.
Exactly.
And you couldn't hit the golf club back. So trying to get to, let's hit the golf ball and just go, okay? So, but when you get in that better position, hip-wise now can rotate a lot better, okay? Am I going to say they're perfect there? No. Are they getting better? Massively, So with a bit of practice and getting used to that, we can see there's a lot more control of that club as well. The club's not flopping and losing any sort of position. As you come back in the golf ball now, that's that sort of head drop in there.
Cocking later as well as a result, aren't they?
So you've still got the hinge of the wrist there now. Still got the hinge wrist now.
That's quite
and then you unhinge there, you see. So just generally more. Thing is, if you lose control like we were doing before, if you do that there now, you've lost control. So the first thing you do now is just going to unhinge your grip down and bring it back down. So now you're kind of going gripping onto the club. So you're losing power there.
You can see it's almost the same spot.
The
club's
the club's up there. The club's on a very much different angle. Okay, so. Get a better setup there with that positioning, okay? Hip movement now is looking good. I think if we do that for the next week, practice that hip movement, and the next session, then we work on that downswing and back into impact.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very, very.